Bro, I got stage fright, man. What are we gonna do?
What?
We're recording.
There's that. See, this is what I wanted. There couldn't be a more natural start to this.
Thank
Hello,
you. I'm a very
everyone.
naturally natural person.
Hello, everyone. I'm SkywardSole. This is my buddy SoftLock.
Hello.
He really is a big softy and an idiot, but so am I.
Big
Together,
emphasis on idiot.
yeah,
For me, not for you. You're a cool guy.
yeah. You're a cool guy too. Smooches. We're weird.
Big.
We've done this so many times now, trying to start this thing. How many times now have we actually been trying to record the first SkyCast? Because I know it's been longer than I've been doing it with you.
At least 3 to 5 times, like in my core memory. My memory's not that great.
I know it's been at least 3 times, and I know before that I tried once or twice with a buddy of mine named Zach, and it did not work. I either lose the footage, completely forget about it, or it's just basically falls off the deep end. I've been trying to do this and planning this since I was in Tennessee. I've been planning this for years now, and never got around to it. I don't know if it's about of laziness or if I just, it's about laziness.
I think it just wasn't meant to be at that point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the cards have finally fallen together to make the flush of aces, as they say. They say that, right?
I don't know what they say. I don't play cards.
That is why I was hoping that you would be like, yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm just going to take a sip of my smart water and gain some more IQ points.
Dude, can you mail me some?
Sure, with your welfare check. Welcome to the first ever SkyCast. The goal of this SkyCast is for us to essentially hold a podcast. Something I've never done before but wanted to do for so long. But I want to do it my way, which in everyone else's eyes is probably just going to be like a live stream but not, or just a regular recording, or just gameplay. But I want to do it, kind of mix it up, do it a little different. But this is the way I'm doing it, so if you have anything else to say, I literally couldn't care less. I wanted to have something going. We can play cards, we can play different video games, but the goal is we're going to constantly do something while we're doing the SkyCast. In this first episode, I've done a recreation attempt for me and my buddy Soft to try and put ourselves and our friends into The Sims and see how life rolls, and just have a good time with it.
And I have to say, he's done a pretty daggum good job. Like, it's pretty much spot on with all the houses and whatnot.
Yeah, I tried to get as close as I could. Which, there's actually another few members of our friends that I haven't added places for yet. I've only got 3 of us. Me, SoftLock, and you probably remember my buddy Reptile / Kuzco or Shadow Hunter. He's had so many different names. They're all going to be placed in this world. We're all going to, kind of live together. Today I just have Soft with me, but we're going to make all our friends, and hopefully eventually we can get them all on the SkyCast and ask questions and stuff.
Yeah.
So, another thing I want to say before we start the SkyCast is, take note, my upload schedule has been garbage. And part of that has been out of sheer laziness, I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't felt like editing like I've used to. I've been a lot more tired. I've just been not wanting to do much. I like walking around, and just listening to music and then, getting lost in my head. But part of that is also because of I have a new job. I used to work at a fast food restaurant, and I kind of enjoyed working there, but for the most part I grew to end up hating it. When I tell y'all, I started off there like SpongeBob from SpongeBob SquarePants, and it ended off leaving Squidward. I'm not kidding you.
Dude, I feel that.
In that transition of feeling like I was getting mistreated, and it wasn't so much mistreated as I felt like I wasn't getting enough for the work I was doing. and just literally tearing myself apart to try and get my job done. I was just not happy with it, and I was so done with it. And then so I went out of a job for a couple of months, and mainly just did food deliveries with apps like Waiter and DoorDash and stuff like that. And then finally got to doing editing gigs for people, and I still do one kind of bi-weekly to weekly with another buddy of mine. You've probably seen me on his streams, and let me tell you, over the past year of how my personality has changed, I have zero filter. And yes, I do curse. I curse in real life. I just try to keep it off my personal channel. I have cursed like hell in this dude's streams, and you will catch me on it and catch me lacking. It's not pretty. I have no filter at all. Part of that is because that's really the way I am. I don't really have much of a filter because nothing offends me. Unless it gets too personal, you know. As far as I go, I'm professional, not personal. I'm that type of person. I care about everybody, but when things are directed at me, I keep it professional, not personal. But when things I put are out, I keep it out pretty personal. And by that I mean I'm usually trying to be respectful and thankful and stuff like that. So, but whenever I'm on streams, I have zero filter. And Soft can tell you that because we hang out at work, and sometimes my filter can come off a little bit.
Yeah, we're pretty bad about not having any filters. I mean, we're respectable around people, but when it's just me and him, things can get kind of hand pretty quick.
Well, we do have that one time. People were definitely
I'm thinking
around.
of a lot of times. I'm thinking of a lot of times right now.
But speaking of work, my buddy Soft here and another buddy of ours, the other buddy of ours actually doesn't have a code name yet. I just realized that. I call him Chris Rogers. That's his nickname for me, so I call him. We can
Rogers. Call him Chris for right now, Chris Rogers.
I'll just call him Rogers for right now because it's not related to his name or anything. That's just my nickname for him is Chris Rogers. So Chris
he's
Rogers,
the Hulk.
he is though, dude. The man works out.
He is buff as freak, dude. He like oh man.
If I was
that's all
gay.
I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
But man, our buddy Chris Rogers, he's pretty cool. But Soft and Chris Rogers both were working at the same place at this hardware and lumber yard, and they recommended it to me, and I was like, hey, I really would like to get in. I'm putting in an application. Can y'all put in a good word for me? And true to their word, they did. Not long after that, I got a call back from the application and got hired immediately. And
that's right. It's been the greatest few. How long have you been working there now?
A few months now, I think, since September.
Probably
September, October, something like that. But I have loved working there. I probably haven't been
like 8 months.
Yeah, probably about 8 months. I have been so happy to work there. We've had a couple of fun times working there, though. A couple of fun, like, little intervals of learning new things, meeting everybody is pretty great. I remember when I first started, we had deer corn in, and that crap went everywhere. Everywhere, man. It was all over the floors, and every time our boss saw me, I was constantly sweeping. Because it drove me nuts. I was like, I don't want people stepping on this and getting upset that there's corn everywhere. So I kept sweeping it. And then he nicknamed me the sweeper. I was the sweeping guy.
There was this one specific time that I remember. It was me, you, and Chris Rogers. And we were over in one of the aisles where we stored the deer corn. Not the aisles that we like sell it, but the ones that we like just kind of store it. Right? And somehow, for some reason... one of the pallets had like a busted bag corn, and that's pretty normal to have like some busted corns of bags of corn and whatnot. But this one was busted, dude. Like half of the corn was already spilling out, and by the time we picked it up, just the entire bag was on the ground. And poor Skyward, man, he just He looks at it. He takes a deep breath, lets it out. Just, I'll be right back. He goes and gets a broom and comes back and just starts sweeping. And me and Chris Rogers are just like, this poor man. But he has to do it because his name is the Sweeper.
Yeah. and that just basically became my own personal meme throughout the place.
Yeah, now anytime that we need anything swept, it's him.
Yeah.
He's Sweeper. We call him from his house. All right? Every day. We're like, hey, yo, Sky, force you sweep. And he's like, dude, I got you. And he's in there like 5 minutes. We're sweeping everything.
We've had some other memes too. Okay, we've had other moments. I remember one time. Do you remember the one time that got us all laughing?
Which
we
time?
Were in the that same aisle, I'm pretty sure it was, where you and Chris Rogers were doing something, and I just kind of sashayed on out.
Dude, I think I do.
Y'all were doing some heavy stuff and like.
Yeah, and you just like ghosted out. I turn around. I'm talking to this guy, and he's there. We're talking, and then I turn back and I'm helping Chris Rogers lift something super super heavy. Like this man, like Chris Rogers. Let me give you a little bit of background, right? Chris Rogers is buff. Like he works out. Like he's a swole man. All right. I'm not as swole. All right, I have not worked out very much, but I'm still pretty okay strong, right? So when I say this thing was heavy, I mean, you needed like 3 or 4 people to lift it. So naturally, we're going to lift it. We're like, oh, dude, it's so heavy. Hey, Scott. And now he's like running away. You know what I'm saying? Just sprinting for the next aisle. He's just like, nope.
Dude, the thing was, like, from my perspective, because I saw y'all doing that and y'all were over there laughing about it. And slowly, I'm holding a cart and I slowly back up. And I'm just backing up so slowly as to not make a sound. Chris Roger turns and looks at me and just dies.
Dude, I remember that. I was laughing so hard. You know when you start to laugh like so hard that you start to drop everything?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it felt. Like, we were like barely able to keep this up. I was like crying. I was laughing so hard at you. And it made it even worse because I was trying my hardest not to let that thing go and shatter. But like, just what you did was so hilarious. Like, I just couldn't keep myself from laughing. And I was just like, we were just stuck there holding and laughing our hearts out, dude. It was the greatest thing ever, man.
And the funny thing was, I remember the first thing I told my boss is, hey, I don't play around. I know my buddies work here, but I'm here to work, not play. Look how that's worked out.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out at all.
Dude, and then we got a couple of different ones because we had people leave and we have people come in. I've learned all kinds of aspects about the job.
Yeah, me too.
One of our coworkers basically says that I'm probably the most thankful person in the world because everywhere I go, because it was just how I was raised, is you thank everybody for everything. I say thank you so much, thank you, ma'am, that sort of thing. I talk like that all the time, and she just goes, Brandon, why do you thank everybody? And yes, it's cool. Everyone knows my real name. I don't mind them saying that, but anyways, why do you always thank everybody? Why are you thankful so much? And I was like, it's just what I do. You thank people for doing their jobs, the fact that they do anything. And I was telling you about this today too. And that's just, it was just how I was raised. You be thankful, be grateful. The second you don't show gratitude, sometimes it can leave you that quick.
And I agree with that 100%. But let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you ever think like you're so thankful, but sometimes it's kind of fake because you thank people so much? Does it ever come out fake, or do you always mean it every time you say it?
Well, I mean it 9 times out of 10. There are certain moments where it's like, this has been done enough. Why am I even saying thank you for it? You know, this is just their job. This is what they do. But even then, to me, I'm like, fact of the matter is, they could have just not done that. And part of it is because after working at Jack's, where sometimes you don't get the help you need, and people aren't doing their jobs, compared to where I'm working now, where people are doing their jobs, I have a good reason to be thankful. I mean, sometimes it's just like, you know, I'm thankful because I'm thankful. Sometimes I'm thankful because someone needs to hear that I'm thankful. You know?
I feel that. That's a pretty good policy to have.
Not everyone gets that. Not everyone gets shown that someone appreciates that they've done anything.
Exactly.
I mean, simple fact, and one of my coworkers when I was working at the fast food restaurant mentioned this, is that you get such a better result and such better mannerisms when you ask somebody to do something and thank them for it than if you go and tell somebody to do something, even if you thank them for it. That's why you make sure you try to ask. I have a habit of getting kind of bossy at work too. Other people may not think it's that way, but to me I sound like it. Especially when we have a new guy and I was trying to teach him how to do things, and I told him, I'm not a teacher. I suck at teaching. Which other people have disagreed, but I just say that so people understand, you know, I'm not perfect in what I'm saying or doing, but I'm just trying, you know? But having said that, you know, it's just the part of the way things go. And I try to do my absolute best. I try not to be full of myself or anything like that either.
I think that's the best way to be, because when teachers are haughty and like full of themselves, they don't teach very well. You know, it's if you're sure you know everything, you pretty much know nothing, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But it's also with the thanking thing. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know, you know, just how much that'll mean to them if you say that. Like that could be like a life-changing thing, even like a small thank you. Some people could be like just so down and out of it. That little thank you could like save their lives, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It might not for everybody, but there's definitely will be a time where you say thank you to somebody. Just go out of your way and be like, hey, thank you for doing this. I see it and I recognize it. You're doing a great job, you know? And that'll change their lives. Just completely turn around.
Exactly.
And so I think it's important. I think it's definitely important to show, especially like when you're gratitude, or same thing goes with like when you love someone, like friends and family, like, hey, I really appreciate you being in my life. I love you, bro. You know what I mean? That's my big thing. I think where you're thankful, I'm like, I love you. You know what I mean? Where you say thank you, I say I love you.
Exactly.
Like that's how I feel about loving, you know.
And I always appreciate it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
See, gratitude is a powerful thing. It means a lot to a lot of people, and, you know, sometimes it's in different ways, you know?
Yeah, and I found when you're more grateful for things and you're looking for things to be grateful for, you have a better life because you see all the things that, you know, are going great in your life. You know what I mean? And even if it's not going great, you will be able to find things to be grateful for if you're looking for them. Versus if you look for like all the things, be like, oh man, I hate that this is going on, and you know all the negative and yada yada yada. You tend to have a better life when you are grateful for it. You know, even if you don't feel grateful, sometimes you just gotta fake it till you make it. I know exactly who you're trying to build, and each and every single one of those options you just picked, that works. Oh.
I mean, he doesn't really have freckles, but there's like some other part to his face, you know?
There's like, is it more stubble? James Charles be like, ooh.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I guess it is kind of more stubble as well, but, you know.
Yeah, he definitely has more stubble.
He's got more something.
There's something around his eyes. Something with his eyes. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
There it is.
That chunk is big, massive.
has such tiny hips though, but like such a massive badonkadonk. Let's keep it real, bro.
Let's keep it
So
real,
anyway,
bro.
it's like, you know, we have different parts to working life that people don't learn to appreciate. And do you remember how I was telling earlier that whenever I started working, I was like SpongeBob and then got into Squidward? I told our assistant manager that, and he died. He freaking died laughing. And now when he sees me sometimes, he'll call me either SpongeBob or Squidward. And ask me how my day's going.
How's it going? I remember that. See, I was the same way whenever I was working at the restaurant I used to be working at. It started off great, right? I mean, it wasn't perfect or anything like that, but it was fun. You know, I enjoyed the people, I enjoyed doing everything. But over time, I worked there for 5 years, and towards the end, it was like, I hate my life. I hate going to work. It was just miserable. Like, it got to the point where I'd rather go and break my leg just to get out of work than to go to work. And when it gets to that point, you know you got to do something to change it. And so, of course, it wasn't just the job, but it was a lot of the people there that had changed out. Well, now we got new people, new bosses, and it just wasn't the best. But so I quit, and like Brandon, I took a few months to get another job and whatnot. Mine was some out of laziness, some out of just to have a period of, you know, just a break, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I don't know. But between that time, I didn't really do anything noteworthy. And then I got the job at the hardware store. And at first it was just me. And then my buddy, I think Chris Rogers, came first. He was looking for a job. I'm like, bro, I got you. Come on over here. And he was like, sick. And so then we started working together. And then you were looking for a job. And I'm like, bro, come on over here. Work with us. And you were like, sick. And now we all work together. And it's the best thing ever.
Facts.
And so all I have to say to that is, you're welcome.
So, this is just like what I've got.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That kind of looks like
his ears are
baby boy from work. You know what I'm talking
about? Slightly.
Yeah.
Looks more like.
No, sir.
I've just been working on his brother.
Yeah, I was about to say, that looks exactly like him. Cool. Anyways, so,
back to the matter at hand, your arm. Can we
Speaking
talk about
of
that?
hand, yes, so, in the time between, literally we had I don't think we just got done, but like within the week we got done trying to record the first SkyCast. Like a week later or so, I'm pretty sure it was, I freaking broke my arm in half. So let me set you the story, all right? It's from very beginning. Not many people know this. So I was at my house, okay? And at my little brother's birthday party, I think it was like his 9th or 10th birthday party, was coming up, all right? So we were gonna go up there in a few days, and you know, go and party, have a good time, relax. But I get this call that I forgot who it's from, but basically, my dad was going to the emergency room. Okay, and I'm like freaking out because they found him passed out in the kitchen floor because it was just him home alone, and Matt came home and was like, he had passed out on the floor. And so I was like, oh crap. So I speed up there. It's like an hour and a half drive up there. And so we go up there a couple of days early. And I'm like, yo, what the freak? Are you okay? You know, he's okay. He's fine. Everything's good. I don't remember what happened, but He's perfectly healthy. So we're up there, and a few days go by. Jumon comes up there a little bit later, and for the party and whatnot. Party is tonight. That night, everybody comes over. We're having a good time. Me and my brother, Major, they have this side by side, and we're goofing around on it, having fun. He likes to tip it on two wheels and then like jerk it real fast and bring it back down. So we're doing that a few times, acting like fools. One time it threw him out of the car, and it kept on rolling, and he like slid like 10 feet, like just on his butt. His blue jeans are now green jeans. Okay. And so we decided to give it a rest for a little while because we're like, I don't want to die today. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was about to say foreshadowing like hell, bro.
Foreshadowing like hell, bro. So we go inside and we're all chilling, we're all partying, whatnot. We have a good, we eat, have a good birthday party. And I don't even think he got to open up his gifts before this happened, right? Drumon's there, and it's my sister and my little brother, because it's his birthday. He wanted to go on the side-by-side with us, and so we're like, all right, cool, yeah, we can do that. We take turns driving and whatnot, and Drumon's driving, and we drive around, kind of crazy, just a little bit, nothing too bad, and then he's about to go inside. I'm like, hey, bro, let's go one more time, okay? One more time. Let's make it crazy. And when I said that, those would be the last words I ever say. Okay?
Things said before mass disaster.
Exactly. It was like those posts on Reddit. It's like photos seconds before disaster. That's exactly what it was. Like that memory, me saying that is ingrained inside my mind. So I'm like, hey, bro, let's go crazy. Let's give it all that we got one more time. And so he's like, okay, all right, I got you, fam. And boy, did he. So he goes crazy, right? And we're going up on two wheels, going back down on four, going on the other two wheels, going back on down four, and we're doing this for a couple of minutes. I'm screaming. It's at night. We're having a great time. I'm acting drunk, even though I haven't drank anything because I don't do that very often. And we hit this bump. Okay, that we didn't see. We hit this bump. We're on two wheels. We hit this like itty bitty bump, right? It's a little hole in the ground. And for a split second, I feel us teetering on the edge of disaster. And I'm like, this is it. This is how I die. Okay. And then the next few seconds, it's the whole thing flips over onto its side. Okay, I'm holding on with one hand onto the rails like a responsible person. Okay, but like an unresponsible person, for whatever reason, I throw my hand backwards. Okay, so think about the side by side. Okay, it's basically a glorified golf cart, but more heavy duty. So it's got the cart itself, and then the four poles that hold up the roof. Okay, like heavy metal poles. And so I was holding on to the roof, and for whatever reason, I guess I was going to try to catch the golf cart. I don't know. I threw my hand backwards, my right hand, my dominant hand, backwards. So now, picture this. All right. It's teetering on the right side. Okay. My arms go out. Okay. I'm laying flat on the ground in like a cross pattern, arms both out to my side. Okay, the bar of the glorified golf cart goes crunch directly onto my arm above my elbow, snaps it clean in half. Gone. Okay, dead. I died. Okay. End of story. I'm not here right now. This is a figment of your imagination.
It's a recording.
No, but so you hear a loud crunch, and everybody else jumped out and was okay. It landed on my side, and it landed on me. And for a second there, I'm just like, yo, what just happened? Okay, there's no pain or anything. And then I guess I just come to, and I'm like extremely nauseous. I'm like, yo, Juman, you got to get this off me now. And he's like, all right, fam, I got you. And he like Supermans it up and over and just like completely lifts it off me. And I army crawl out from up under it with my good arm. I look back and my arm is like at a 90-degree angle right above the elbow and just dangling. Like, I like to explain it like, if anybody's seen Harry Potter, that one time that I think he was playing Quidditch and his arm broke, and then they did some magic stuff and made the bones go away. It looked just like that. All, you know what I'm saying? All that exact word. And so I sit up, and I'm not in much pain because I'm just completely shocked. And I looked at it.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, I was just high on adrenaline. I look over at my arm, and it feels like my arm is up at my chest, right? But I see it. I look down, and it's just dangling. Didn't break the skin, but like you can see the bone poking through the skin, like from the inside. And they're like,
sorry, could you say?
No, Siri. I was like, hey guys, I think it's broken. And they're like, nah, dude, it's not broken. You're fine, bro. And I'm like, no, guys, it's broken. Like it's dangling at my side right now. And so the nausea started like pretty fast, and I cannot handle nausea at all. I was just like, Lord, please just get rid of the nausea. I'll be okay. And then the pain set in, and I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't cry or anything because I'm a big, strong man, but I was sweating so hard. That's like, I've never felt pain like that before. And so they run inside and go get mom and dad and whatnot, and they come out and like doctor me up. I had two of my aunts there, which are nurses, so they like strung it up, I guess. I don't remember what all they used. I think they used like a shirt. But my dad was like in the side by side, and he was like, "Hey, you want to ride back to the house?" No, it was a good ways from the house. I'm like, I sat there for a minute. I'm like, I don't want to get on that death trap, but I also don't want to walk like half a mile back to the house. So I get back on the stupid glorified golf cart, and we get back to the house, and we go to the emergency room, and I basically have to have surgery in my wrist because it crushed the bones in my wrist and shoved one of the bones like up into my hand. So they fixed that, put some plates in, and then my arm, they had to put the bones back together and put plates and nails and whatnot in it. And that's been a few months ago now. And my wrist is fine. I can actually move my hand and my wrist and whatnot. It's just I can't lift anything. There for a while, I was in a cast for about, like a month and a half, Brandon?
Yeah, I think so. And you're still in one now. You're like in a partial cast.
I'm in a sling. I mean,
yeah.
I have to wear a sling at work, but everywhere else.
Cast for like a month and a half, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a cast for a month and a half, and then then I was in a splint for a while, and I could not move my elbow from, you know how I had it at my stomach. Yeah. I couldn't unbend my elbow basically. Like it was just so stiff. Like the muscles didn't work, like my bones didn't work, and so I've slowly worked it out and whatnot, and I can just about fully extend my arm now. I can't fully extend it, but I can just about, and I can twist my wrists and stuff. It's just I can't lift anything more than like my phone or maybe like a bottle of water or something like that because it'll start hurting. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story of my injury at work. Yeah. I've been able to go back to work here for like a month maybe. But I can't do anything with my right arm, and so they've called me. I've taken on the nickname of One Arm Bandit, which is pretty good with me. I enjoy that. Yeah, that's the story of how I broke my arm, shattered my wrist.
I was because I was for so long while we were working there. I was just sitting here like, what the hell?
You were wondering what?
Like what happened for like
Oh.
so long. And that is like the point of taking good care of yourself. Do not do stupid crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is naturally way I'm thinking about going into this other subject. I was gonna bring it up anyway, but here we are. All right, how I don't know how to host podcasts, so we're just gonna jump into another.
I
subject.
completely missed
Can we
whatever
just
you
stay-
just said. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
That's fine. What do you think about the boys that I've made so far?
Come on. That looks pretty accurate.
It's
Pretty
difficult to
accurate.
get perfect.
I don't
'cause
think
by
he has
Sim
freckles, though.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he has freckles, but he's got like I don't know why he always like both those dudes seem to have like such I don't want to say dirt, but like have dirty faces or something. There's some sort of like part
They
of
got,
their
like-
face that's kind of like hard to get in.
They're tan. I think it's because this sim is shiny. They're not shiny.
Yeah, they're definitely not shiny. They're a lot dirtier.
And they got good cheekbones. They got like high cheekbones, I think. Yeah, that's more around their skin tone.
Their teeth are clearly this.
Oh yeah, obviously.
It's just hard to get right, but that's about as close as I think we're gonna get for right now.
That's good enough, I think. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
As far as their physicals, you know, they're really skinny. Both of them are.
Really tall, really skinny.
Drumon's pretty okay buff because he works out, you know.
He's got muscles. Yeah, he's got arm muscles for sure.
Yeah.
They got good genetics that way.
I try to set up like his personality pretty good. You know, he's a geek. He's pretty ambitious, and I try to get to do bookworm or something because he's kind of a perfectionist. You know.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what? I'll add a perfectionist because he technically is. He really is.
Yeah, he likes to have things a certain way. He's not so much as a bookworm. He does like books, but I think he works too much for books.
Yeah, that's true. So as for his like main goal and aspiration, I chose computer whiz, but really it's more like he's a renaissance. Like he wants to be good at a lot of things.
Yeah, but I think his main thing
I
is
think he wants to be book smart and handy. Really.
yeah.
What's his main thing? You would say?
I would say computer, like a computer with.
Yeah.
That's just like the not his defining trait, but
Yeah, his
one of his
go-to, I'd
defining
say.
traits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up we have his brother.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I remember when he had that facial hair, dude.
Yeah. So I kind of
That's
stuck
pretty
with
good.
it because I was like, it's part of his face. He has like a sharper chin though. That was my
Yeah,
other
I
thing. I
mean-
was like, I need to sharpen his like chin. Detail.
Yeah, sharpen the chin, maybe the jawline. If you can make it come in a little bit,
That's about as much as it'll go.
and then his cheeks come out, and his jawline goes in. If you know what I mean.
It's about as close as it's letting me do. It's not letting me do a whole lot. His nose
Alright.
is pretty accurate. Granted, I need to get rid of the freckles again. That's just
Yeah.
because I was trying to find something for his face.
Can you bring his jawline closer to his neck?
I mean, like,
No. Well, that's good like that. I mean, like his actual jaw. No. Like. That looks exactly like him. Perfect. No, I'm just kidding. Make it like less wide is what I'm saying. So turn it. Yeah.
kind of like that.
There you go. There you go.
I don't think we're gonna get much closer, to be honest. I
No,
want to
that
make
looks
him
pretty
like,
accurate.
his head like taller. Not that.
Yeah, his forehead.
Like no, like his whole head is like higher than his neck. He has a long neck. That's my thing. But I can't
Oh,
make
can you
this-
elongate the neck in
No.
The Sims?
You used to in Sims 3, but in Sims 4 you can't seem to make it longer.
That's kind of dumb.
You can't seem to do nothing. Well, I think that's about max we're gonna do. It's pretty close, right?
Oh yeah, I
Sims,
think so.
everything's gonna be
I
third
can
person,
look at
right?
that and I can see reptile.
And then you got Drew. I feel like I can see him more than I can see his brother. But his brother is a lot more pale.
I don't think he'd wear those clothes. But
him?
Yeah, he's not a light orange kind of
he's
guy.
not orange, but he's definitely like, he wears stuff like that, like the plaid a lot. But
yeah,
this is closer. This is a lot closer.
Wow, that's more like me, bro. Oh, that. That.
There it is.
There it is. Yep, that's it. That's him right there.
We got him. Okay, so
we got him, boys.
For our boy here, he wants to be good at a lot of things. That's something I do know about Austin. And it's actually true. He wants to be good at a lot of things, but I don't think he has a goal as to what he wants to be good at. He definitely wants to be... He wants to be a musician. Like, he specifically wants to be a theater dude, right? So I thought about that, but I was like, it's really more like, you know...
He likes writing a lot. He likes making stories.
He does like writing. He does like making stories. That could be part of it. But, I mean, you could also, like I was saying, he wants to be good at a lot of things. He also wants to be a good writer, you know? But he also wants to be good at musical. So I was like, there's really a lot. I mean, he wants to be good at the HVAC, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, he really wants to be like, heck, book smart and handy would be close enough, but I think Renaissance just fit him because he wants to be good at so many things.
Yeah,
so,
I feel like that would work.
For his personality, I made him self-assured, which they tend to be too confident, which he is, you know. He has his moments, you know, but typically he can be pretty confident, you know, especially when we're kids. He's really a goofball, you know, playful, kind of, you know, nutty.
Oh, for sure, yeah, I
and
can see
he's
that.
a geek. And pretty much all of us are going to get the geek trait. Fact of the matter is, that's what's going to happen. That's
pretty geeky, except for Chris.
Chris Rogers is really not much of a geek himself. That's the only person I think that isn't going to get that. But we'll get to him another time. But do you think this household is ready to be placed into the world?
Oh yeah, I feel like those two are both Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at them, it's perfect. That's exactly what they would do. Oh my gosh. That's their That's their signature poses, is it not?
It is 100%. Furnished. Oh come on. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little cheating because they have to move into this house. Control Shift C. Ah crap! What did I do?
Is it Mother Load or Mother Loda?
No, it is, but crap.
If you type Mother Loda.
Other households. There it is. Controller C. Oh, you have to place them into the world first. I forgot. Okay, so what they need to do is first go into an empty lot. So I'm gonna have to throw them somewhere like Newcrest. This is the way you have to do things. I'm gonna have to cheat here to do it, but here's what we're gonna do. Okay, they're not here yet. Okay, hold on. But anywho, what were we talking about?
What?
What was our last topic we were talking about? I don't remember all of a sudden.
We just got done talking about my arm, and then we got onto the the Drumada reptile. Oh, look, they're brothers.
So, here's what I was trying to say. Oh, there's a way to do it.
Move hassle.
Yeah, there it is. So, anyways, that really is the show of you really gotta take care of yourself in life, which is something I'm trying to get better at as well. And I think Really, the best example of that is the fact that me and SoftLock here and our buddy Chris Rogers are all taking the time as of recently to go and actually work out.
Yes. Of course, I can only do legs right now because my arm is broken. But yeah, we've been working out. It's been going really well too. We're actually going tomorrow. Tomorrow as of the recording, not tomorrow as in when you see this.
Yeah.
Our tomorrow.
There we go.
You just locked it for everyone but Andrew.
Yeah, because it's his computer.
Yeah, but that means he can't use it.
No, he can.
No, you locked it for... Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Dumb. My brain was also broken there for a second.
Your brain soft locked.
Exactly.
I don't know if they can actually sleep in this bed or not. I really hope so, but I actually don't know.
They should be able to. Then again, I've never...
Assigned bed. Dope. Because which one is Andrew's?
The top one.
Top one is... Oh. Cool.
Dude, that's so sick, bro. Or Shuman's just like, I'm gonna phase through this real quick.
Right off the rip, bro.
Right, that's so accurate.
Me, SoftLock, and Chris Rogers are all taking time to actually work out. It's something new for me because I love walking. Every time I'm home, even after a long day of work, typically what I do is I go out and I go for a walk out in the yard. My cat usually runs around and finds me and walks with me, usually with my music on. And honestly, I do that more than I do editing or playing games even. It's just my preference. Is what I like to do. I don't like do much else. It's just the way I like to do things, you know? Having said that, I'm trying to do improvements on me for my health, for my future, and try to get better. Last time we mainly focused on legs, which I can still feel from like 3 days ago. I can still feel the pain in my knees. And we're going to be going again tomorrow night. But because of our buddy SoftLock's arm, Chris Rogers thought it'd be a good idea to just focus on legs for right now, so we can focus on that improvement. But, so as well as working out, I'm taking time to write in a journal again to try and get stuff out of my system and just do general improvements to get better with just about
and just like that, that's how the world...
My ears, bro.
For The Sims, life wasn't as different. You had Hello, My Name Is, and he had a scarf. Look at those bracelets, those shoes, the pants, the sleeves that came up just above his elbows. That is what the girls call the good stuff.
Actually, I'm just... That cool?
Hey. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
That's
so...
cool.
We're going to somehow design your character as we're talking and going along. But yeah, I was just talking about how we're doing workout now. We're actually doing more working out. So.
We're actually working out now, and it's actually really good. It's really boosted my confidence and my willingness to work out because we're working out with Chris Rogers, and like we said before, that man is buff. Like, he is inspirational, right? And he's officially, unofficially, like our personal trainer. Like, he's done a really good job telling us what we should do and like how the forms and how many sets we should do and yada yada yada. Of course, I can only do my legs because I don't have any arms. And so, but it's been really good. What are your thoughts on it?
I've been enjoying it. I'm trying to do some better in general.
I do not look like that.
Yeah. I'm trying
Sorry.
to generally like improve me physically and just get better in general at life. Sorry, I am so like confused. I'm trying to
It's
get
okay.
something I can work with because like
Hey, I
I
look
don't
like
have to make a
none of these.
ridiculous amount of improvements, you know. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's me right there. But yeah. I feel the same way. I kind of haven't taken good care of my body right, and I'm trying to improve that. And working out, especially with friends, goes such a long way, dude. On not only your physical health, but like your mental health as well. It's been really good for me. And we've only gone a few times too, and so like I'm excited to see where that takes us. You know.
Exactly. I'm the same way.
The only thing, man, is since we did leg day, and Chris Rogers always says the second day is always the worst, and boy was he right. The day after we worked out was not bad at all. It was like I could, like, not even sore.
My knees is what's carrying me.
Well, see, the first day after we worked out, perfectly fine. Nothing hurt. Yesterday, like the day after the first day, oh my gosh, I could not walk. Like I legit could like barely walk. Like if I sat down for more than a few minutes, you know, everything would like, I guess, unstretch. I don't know what I was going with that, what the word I was going to use, but basically it would like sit up, and then once I tried to stand up, like I could not move. I had to like force myself to like stretch out and whatnot, and then it would be okay. I would like have to hobble. Now I'm fine. Today, the day after that, I'm perfectly fine. I'm ready to go again. But it was a rough time. But it was good. It was good. It's worth it. I'm excited to go again.
Same way, bro.
I'm
I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, same. Me too. Which has never happened before. What muscles hurt you the worst whenever you got your sore phase? Like what?
It was literally just my knees, man. My knees
Just your knees?
eradicated me.
So your muscles didn't. None of your other muscles were sore.
Not really. I mean, my ankles were pretty bad the first day, but like after that, it was like, it's just all right.
Oh, that's weird. Because usually you're supposed to be sore after you work out, like a couple days after you work out, because that means you've torn your muscles and they're regrowing.
Right.
So maybe you just didn't lift, bro.
I didn't lift enough, bro.
No, I think it's the hamstrings, the top of my legs and my calves are was the worst. Like, and you need those for walking. So I could not. Those were the worst muscles for me on my sore phase. They were bad. Oh, and the inside of my legs, like I don't know what it's called, but like right where like my legs open and close, right there, that was terrible. So like I couldn't move my legs without like a key part hurting. Which I'm not complaining. It was a good kind of pain after a while, and I'm still excited to go and work out and do better and get better and be the best version of myself physically that I can be.
Thanks, bro.
Right now we're only doing the legs, but once my arm heals up, I'm going to start doing, which I guess you can go ahead and start working with him with arms if you want to.
I'm going to just stick with you. Well, like I've told you already. So, fact about me, like I was saying earlier, I walk all the time, and cardio is my thing. I really do well with cardio, which is ellipticals, running, that sort of thing, walking, especially walking. Those are my freaking go-tos, and doing those, I'm confident. It makes me feel good, that sort of thing. But arms, when we tried to do calves yesterday, I was destroyed because I just could not do calves at all. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to so bad, but it just destroyed me.
It's just something that you got to work up to, you know? Like, there was some of them that I couldn't do at all. And you, like, waylaid me out of the park with it. Like, I was impressed. Like, a lot of the stuff you did, you outdid me, and I was like, dang, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I was trying to do pretty good, because I wanted to try and improve myself. I wanted to try and do a little bit better, you know?
Yeah. And that's the goal. It's just, as long as you do a little bit more than what you think you can do, you tend to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, once my arm gets healed up, though, we're going to start working out the muscles. Because right now, I've lost a lot of muscle in my arm. My left arm has probably all the muscle that was in my right arm. Like, my right arm is, like, super skinny and gross. I mean, it's filled out a little bit now that I've been, like, moving around. But when the cast first came off, dude, it was disgusting.
What's your eye color, by the way?
You never look into my eyes?
I almost never look into anyone's eyes. I don't like looking into people's eyes. It makes me
yeah, I know. They're blue.
They're blue. Okay, that's what I figured, but I was not certain. Where's the...
Yeah.
There used to be a way to just go straight to the eyes, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, dang it, I was there. There it is. No, that's not it. There it is. They're blue? Like that blue? Or something kind of lighter?
Go through them. Start with the darkest.
Okay.
The darkest blue. Go up. Probably just the darkest blue is fine.
So that one?
I'm on. Yeah, that's good.
There we go. I know that's not really your face. I'm trying to adjust it.
No, the hairstyle and the hat and the facial hair is pretty good. Iconic.
Your forehead space, though, Jesus Christ.
I do got a lot of forehead, though.
So your neck is not that thick.
Yeah, I got a skinny neck.
You're not that damn tall. I can't make you shorter.
Yeah, I'm not as tall as the boys. I've got a little bit more weight than that. But if we're doing our ideal, I like that. I like that.
Your cheekbones as well are like insane. I wasn't trying to go for... That's a bit closer.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah. That looks a lot like me.
Okay.
That's pretty much me. You know what I just thought?
What?
I look like a trucker man.
You do in real life though. With the
yeah,
hair.
dude. I need to go start driving trucks, bro.
You're just not that tall. I wish I could make you shorter, but it didn't want me to. Damn it. Not to say you're short or anything like that, but you are not like lanky.
I mean, I'm average, but compared to my friends, like all my friends, like you guys are tall, taller than average.
Do you want to try and go with that, and then just work straight on the personality?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
Because frankly, it's gonna look when you're in third person, it's not gonna really matter. The whole point was getting close.
Yeah, can we change my shirt to like a blue flannel?
Yeah, sure.
A blue or a gray? Cool.
How's that?
Try the gray. Yeah, either the blue or the gray.
Okay.
Those are my two favorite colors.
I was about to say, we got some different ones if you want to try something else, too. I just knew you wore flannels, so I was just trying to go with something you might wear. Maybe wear a hoodie or something, so...
Yeah, our hoodies. Yeah, I do like to wear hoodies, sweatpants and whatnot. Go back up to where the flannels was.
Okay.
Down some
There's
more.
Mr. Ryan.
yeah. The OG. Try that right there that you have your mouse over. Okay, no. Go up to the hoodie. I don't wear suits. I thought that was something different. Try that white hoodie. Can you turn that white hoodie blue? The one above.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks me.
That looks like your neck though. Like it's not even your neck. It's this your collarbone that's driving me nuts. You're not that skinny. Okay. Normalize that. I wish I could change that. Damn it! It's driving me nuts. Your Adam's apple is not ridiculous. Well, I guess
I
that's
have an
what we're going.
extremely deep voice.
Oh yeah.
Yes, my Adam sample is very deep. Yeah.
Skimbo you nabla.
Not really. I don't have a
You'll say.
deep voice.
You bow lane.
You're pretty much right there. And in Sims language, you're about right there. But you can't.
Yeah.
I can't like show you what the audio sounds like, but you'll see. I can adjust it later if you need me to. Anyways,
Okay.
let's just work on your personality.
I have none.
Okay, first of all, you're getting to be a geek because we all are. Fact of the matter is. Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now, any of these entice you that you think would describe you?
Let's not at the moment. Let's look at all of them real quick.
Let me know if I'm moving too fast or anything.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Let's do the next one.
I feel like you're definitely within the bro area. Chris
I am.
Rogers is 100% getting this. Even if
Yes.
he may not be getting geek, but he's getting this. Just
I am
describes him to
100% a bro. You can do the bro because I am.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is it?
I
What
think
does it
you
say?
definitely are. Says can hug other bros, gain confidence around other bros, and become confident from watching sports.
Yeah,
May
everything
not
but
be
sports.
yeah.
But I do like volleyball and baseball, but I'm not like a sportsman. But everything else was like perfect. Definitely goofball.
Definitely a goofball.
Yeah. Oh, can you only pick 3?
Yeah, you can only pick 3.
Gotcha. Okay. Whatever you think. I feel like these 3 are pretty good.
I think these fit you the most. I don't see anything else that would just like screams you. Because you're a goofball. You're a goofball like the rest of us. I think you're pretty
I thought it'd be
creative.
Cute.
Well, let's go ahead and just go for your aspiration. What do you want to do? Like, what's your goal for your
That's
sim?
cute. Dude. Honestly, one of my ultimate goals in life is like to be like a family man. If that's an option.
It is. You can have a successful lineage, or just build a large loving household. Or we can check over here in love, which is find your one true love, or just date all sorts of interesting people. What's popularity? Joke star. I don't know. You're probably more of like big happy family, right?
Yeah, because I don't really care if like we're successful. It's more of like I want my family to be well off, not well off, but like not like gosh, what's the word? I just had it. I want to be able to provide for my family, make sure that they're well off and not, not struggling. So yeah, big happy family is pretty good.
Colors. What's your favorite colors?
Favorite colors: blue and purple, gray and black. So between those,
Which ones are your least favorite? Which ones do you hate?
I hate yellow.
You hate.
I don't hate yellow, but I strongly dislike yellow.
Okay. Any others?
And I don't really have an opinion on the other ones. So they're all okay.
About to say these do have an effect.
Gotcha.
So, like for example, if we're playing a music you don't like, it gives you a negative outlet. You're like, I hate this music or whatever, and you react to it. So, what's your favorite music?
Favorite music? Let me see. Probably alternative.
Okay.
If I'm thinking of that right,
You
I
have,
like
you have
that.
up to 20 choices of likes and dislikes on everything, but max.
Oh, okay,
20,
okay, cool.
So, what about
Scroll
next?
down. Scroll down some.
Okay.
Holiday, pop music. It honestly, I like pretty much anything that sounds good. I don't have like a set genre that I
Right.
stick to. And same goes
Okay.
for
Which one do
dislikes.
you straight dislike?
I don't like spooky music. I mean, I like spooky, scary skeletons. Like that's an OG classic.
Yeah,
but,
it's just a cheesy thing.
I like satanic stuff, and demons
Yeah.
when I freak me out. So,
What about kids radio?
Baby Shark, dude. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Neat.
What's cottagecore?
Cottagecore. Kind of like, I guess you could say Latin or like Scottish style music, Irish jig, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Kind of like a
I like-
banjo almost. Only it's
Okay.
not.
I like classical music and I like blues.
Yes.
What's backyard music?
Oh,
Baloney.
that's
Like a barbecue?
Us.
yeah, I guess you could say that. It's backyard music's all right. It just depends on what they consider backyard music is.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty good. Most backyard music is usually mostly like alternative music. Pretty much what
Gotcha.
we listen to most of the time.
Yeah, then we can like that.
What about electronic?
Yes.
Is that like dubstep?
No and yes.
Because I don't enjoy dubstep, but like someone
I'd
like
avoid
the synthwave
it
stuff.
just in case, but we
Yeah,
can just stick away
we'll-
from it. We'll just leave these for now.
sounds-
Activities, first of all, boom, gaming.
Video games,
obviously.
yes. Rocket science and programming is a yes. Piano is a yes. I do like piano. Scroll up.
Jabina.
Handiness, guitar, mischief, gardening, fitness. I do like fishing.
Okay. Do you like comedy?
I love comedy, yeah.
Ah, Lubish.
Scroll back down for me.
Okay.
I like painting. Painting's good.
Markle shoot.
Got 3 choices left.
Jabina.
Do violin because I do want to learn the violin, and I used to play a
Okay,
little bit.
Anything you dislike.
Maybe hot.
Cross stitching.
I mean, I've never done cross stitching. I wouldn't be opposed to
Trying it.
yeah. Can you go to the first thing that we did?
Yeah. Color or music?
Oh no. Oh crap. Well, I thought there was something else.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't have to dislike anything. We'll just leave it as is.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I dislike anything. I'm not a very dislikey person.
Neither am I, to be fair. I'm decent.
Oh, dude, those are my exact pants. Those are the exact ones I'm actually wearing right
I know.
now.
That's why I
Bro.
chose them.
That's actually sick, bro. I'm wearing those pants like as we speak, dog. Wow, that's actually that's me. It's me. That is me.
There we go. Yay.
I'm proud of you, Brandon. You did absolutely splendid.
All right, we're gonna place you in the world. Do you want me to make your sister or something?
Nah, I'm okay.
All right, we'll just place you in the world, which I actually need to save you.
I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to,
I don't
because I
really
do.
care. The main
I don't
focus
live
is
alone, but-
boys.
Yeah, let's just do the boys.
They're the focus.
Look at that face, though. Oh, that's an exact face I make too. The
So, another thing I wanted to bring up was what's been going on in the gaming thing lately, gaming scene. This new Lego Skywalker Saga game came out. I actually bought it and tried it out. Cost me about $60. Got all the DLC and stuff like that. Tried it out for approximately 2 days. I refunded it. Now,
interesting.
as to state why I refunded it,
Yeah,
I was
give us your reason.
not. I was not really a big fan of the way it played, to be honest. Part of it was like, so I tried it. It pushes too hard for humor in the way that it's just kind of too ridiculous. You know, you're like trying to enjoy. Because what I liked about Lego Star Wars Complete Saga in comparison is like they had the slightest bit of humor, so you realize it was still a game, but it like still played the story, only with like grunts and grumbles, and you're like, oh, this is kind of cute, but it didn't like every 2 seconds has to be a joke. You know, it has to be straight humor the whole time, to where you can't actually enjoy the cutscene, and the cutscenes are way, way, way too short. And because they're so chock full of jokes, it makes it hard to enjoy. But I would look past that because I realize, you know, that's a thing. I can't be too whiny. But I think another thing that really deterred me from it was the fact of, like, the gameplay wise didn't feel like a Lego game. When I heard this game was coming out and we were going to play through the saga again, I was looking forward to another thing that was having the similar gameplay style as all Lego games. I was just looking for another Lego game.
See, to rip off of that, what you just said, whenever I first saw like a clip of it, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know there was a new Lego game coming out. I thought it was like a mod somebody did. Like, because of like the first, maybe not the first person, but like the zooming in when you like shoot your guns and whatnot. I thought it was like just a straight mod of the complete saga,
Like
the one before it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought it was like a Battlefront mod, but for Lego games, and so I didn't even know it was a new game. It was like that different.
Yeah. See,
And-
my big thing was like, it was hard for me to enjoy based off the fact of like, bro, it's just straight, you know. It for me, because I played it, it felt like I was playing Disney Infinity and Star Wars Battlefront 2 slapped together. When
Yeah.
I put a Lego symbol on it.
I can't say whether it's a good or bad game because I haven't
I am
played
the
it.
same way. I can't say it's a bad game or a good game. I'm sure it's
It's
actually
just-
a great game. It just didn't fit me. And I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
just
not-
from I haven't played it, but from what I've seen and what I've heard about it, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, it might be. I haven't given it a shot, so I can't say anything, definitively. But it seems like it's veered off from the original games that we grew up with and that we're used to. And so I guess just that shock of differency, it just doesn't sit well with me personally.
Yeah, it's like I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't like how it felt. Here's another example. You have health bars instead of just the
See.
hearts. Now, if you need a heal, you can go pick up hearts to heal. But I was like, one, they look different, which I guess whatever. But two, I was like, seeing a health bar on your characters, it kind of bugged me.
See, I'm all for in games trying new stuff, trying things out, but that was one of the like core things about Lego. Like every single Lego game had the circle icon and the 4 hearts next to it. That is like a core mechanic in Lego games. And like I said, I'm all for branching out, but you got to pick and choose what you branch out on and what you keep original. Because if you change everything up and move away from all the original concepts that you used to have, it's no longer the same game. It's kind of like what you have said about like Odyssey or Valhalla, the Assassin's Creed game. You know what I'm saying? It's not an Assassin's game. It's more a Viking game. It's kind of the same thing with this Lego game. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's the same way, my opinion on Assassin's Creed Valhalla isn't one I expect anyone else to share. But as far as Assassin's Creed Valhalla goes, I wish they didn't slap the word, Assassin's Creed on it. It's a great Viking game, but when you look at it and you're playing it, I don't think Assassin's Creed when I'm playing it. And I wish it wasn't even in the name. Because for one, the main character is a Viking. And you play like a Viking. You go in and you raid places. Like, here's an example. I didn't like this from an Assassin's Creed standpoint. What I did like was it from a Viking standpoint. He's given his wrist blades. And when he's given them, your main character, or she, whatever, I have a whole opinion on the fact of that. No, I'm going to get into that in a minute. But they put the wrist blade around. They're like, no, I don't want it hidden. I want my enemies to see it. And it's so beautiful. Put it on their gauntlet, facing out. And it defeats the whole purpose. And I'm like, it's not an assassin at that point. It's not a hidden blade. It's just a blade. And I was like, I mean, everyone's free to their own opinion and stuff, but that looked like crap to me. Because
I can understand.
I can understand why Vikings would do that. From a Viking standpoint, it made sense because Vikings were super upfront and just like, let's do this. But from an Assassin's Creed standpoint, when the game's supposed to be about being an assassin and assassinating your enemies, you spend more time in a raid just bombarding your enemies full force than you do any assassin work. You just go on raids all the damn time. Like, there is no point in throwing Assassin's Creed in that damn name.
Yeah, I'm kind of on like a fine line. I agree with what you're saying, like 100%. But I can also play devil's advocate. I can see like where they're trying to branch out and tell a story that not every assassin was the same, but it might have gone a little bit too far because what they have now with the Valhalla is it's not even an assassin anymore, like you were saying. It's just straight up Viking, which they did, from what I've heard. And again, I haven't played the game, so I can't say anything definitively. But from what I've heard and what I've seen, like they did an amazing game. Like it was awesome, great Viking game. But to have it inside of the Assassin's timeline, like you said, it not the greatest Assassin game.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good Viking game. And I'm sure the story's great, but in the assassin's story, he's not a great assassin. Okay, almost on the verge of being a disgraceful assassin, because like you said, they're all about, like showing their enemies and be like, hey, all hardy and like not secretive at all. You know what I mean? It's just full force.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I'm all for like representation of like different stuff, because like not everything in life is the exact same. Like not everybody who was given the assassin's title, I'm sure, was like a perfect like secret assassin. So I guess that's what they're going for. Like I'm playing both sides right now. I'm trying to see it from both sides.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that's what they were going for, is maybe not everybody was
as a historical
the same secret.
game. Like, as a game that plays about history and stuff, it's very cool. And I see why. But at the same time, for me, I'm like, well, he's not an assassin. At this point, he is just a Viking.
Exactly, just a Viking with an honorary, in my opinion, an honorary assassin's title, because he's not like a true assassin.
Precisely, But,
yeah.
From that standpoint, it's so cool, but like from Assassin's Creed and based on the story of Assassin's Creed, I don't know where they went with this, because it started off on the whole Eden and the Apple of Eden thing, and we started off with just the Templars and the Catholics and it was God, and then somehow, some way, we got to Egyptian deities, Greek deities, and freaking Norse deities all being canonical and in existence. And I'm just like, why? I mean, I have nothing against religion. What I'm stating is like, why are they canon and why are they brought into this?
Yeah.
What does the Templar have to do with any of these other things? What is the point? Like, the original story started with these Templar, which, if you know what the Templar are from actual history, it was a pretty cool story and it would make sense. But then they're just like, okay, we're not just going to stay the Christian route. We're also going to go into other routes, just for whatever reason. I was like, we started off at the Illuminati with Christianity and stuff, and the Templars, where they were playing Christian, but were really playing humanity as God or whatever. And then they were like, let's take all that, put it in a box, and send it floating down the river and see what happens. Nothing against other religions showing up, but rather, like, it didn't make sense how they showed up. I was thoroughly confused.
Let me ask you this, and again, I've only played a few Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed, but I haven't played the story, so I'm speaking this from the outside. Is their approach, like they started off with the Christian the Templars and God and whatnot, and then they did an equivalent to the Templars and God with the Egyptian gods and whatever the Egyptian equivalent to Templars are, and then did they do the same thing with the Vikings? The equivalent to the Templars in the Viking sense, and just like did they show like? Are they trying to show like the different aspects from all around the world? Like everything's the same?
See, that's a complicated thing to say because, like, for me who hasn't played Origins but has watched videos on it and is playing Valhalla, it's like when it started out with just being the Templar basically being what we view as the Illuminati. People working behind the closed doors and what we assume is for good when really they're doing works of evil for their own personal gain and that nobody knows about. But the Assassin's Creed was a secret order that was trying to stop them from trying to take over the world and basically force humanity to do their bidding. Basically a whole other light side dark side battle again.
Yeah.
And they work in the dark to serve the light. But
like electricians.
yeah. But
that was my favorite meme growing up.
It started off with like a piece of Eden was left behind and the Templar want it and they'll control humanity. It's so complicated, and at this point, in my opinion, I was like, the Templar aren't even involved anymore. It's just rich versus poor.
Yeah, I'm wondering
it's just oppressive people versus non-oppressive people. Basically, it's just cause. Now it's just
just cause. See, I'm wondering if they're trying to tell a story throughout the ages that everything has been the exact same, like the story of conflict.
What it also does is, because here's my other part of that. In between each of the games, you take breaks in between playing your main character to play a human in present time. And it's all virtual reality. That's what all these games are. And what it is these people are using equipment from this company called Abstergo. And the Templars are still in effect today. And they are still essentially the Illuminati. And people are trying to learn about their history, and the Assassin's Creed is really now just a bunch of humans playing detective, trying to figure crap out. Which brings me to another point on my opinion on Valhalla. I don't know if it's just me who noticed this, but when you interact with one of the things in the room when you first play as a human, it's an artifact from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But when you read it, it canonically states that they found it via the female version of the character you play in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, not the male. So technically speaking, according to that, and I could be wrong, correct me if I am, I'm open to being corrected because I'm an idiot. That's basically canonically saying that your whole story as the male had no influence and technically doesn't exist or matter. They did that so players could play as a boy or girl. But canonically, the character is actually a girl. And Valhalla, I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, but according to Odyssey and Valhalla, you canonically technically play as a girl. Even though you're given the option. I'm like, they could have just said this was recovered from, the place without saying about who or whatever. But instead they're like, okay, let's just go straight for it.
Which, before we move on from the last subject real quick, about the Templars and the everything connecting, do you think that they're going to make a game where you play as a human trying to stop the quote Templars or the Illuminati in the real world after all these games, like you've been training and whatnot?
I would hope so. See, the closest I thought we got to that was Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I believe it was, where you were playing in London during I think it was like the Revolutionary times or whatever.
I've only played the
That's where I
first
thought
half.
we were going, and I was hoping to because I remember Benjamin Roosevelt was mentioned or something like that.
Yeah, I've only played the first part of that because my disc broke. But it would be cool to see like all of the different people who has had, because I'm sure it's been different people over through these games. I haven't played all of them, but who have had assassin ancestors all come together and find each other and work to stop the overall Illuminati in the current modern day world. Like that would be
That'd be cool.
awesome conclusion.
But for me, my only thing is, I have nothing against guys wanting to play as girls or like the whole guy-girl choice character, but rather it really takes away from it for me when one, I feel like canonically it doesn't make sense and it's wrong, and second of all, like, okay, so in all these other games you were forced to play this character, and they were whoever they were, but it felt like a historical event. Like you couldn't change the fact of who they were or their story. You were living through their historical story, even though it's, not real. And then all of a sudden we get a made-up one that you don't know is canonical or not. It's difficult to explain. I'm probably just whiny about it, but
It's basically you're given the choice between two things, but in the end, your choice didn't really matter. You're forced to be a certain way anyways. That's basically what's going on with this, right? Like you have a choice between to play a boy and a girl, but in the end they're forcing you to,
according to the
woman.
canon, if you play as a boy, none of your choices had mattered anyway.
yeah,
According
exactly.
to Odyssey, I don't know about Valhalla yet, but
Which
let
I don't
me say
mind.
this about, I don't mind being a girl or anything like that. I mind that you gave us the option. It turns out the option wasn't actually there.
Yeah, I don't mind at all playing a girl. Sometimes I actually prefer to play as like girls in games just because.
Hell, Horizon Zero Dawn was hella good.
Exactly. Horizon Zero Dawn was really good. But when you give the player a choice and then revoke that choice later on down the line, saying that didn't really matter, you didn't really have a choice. Sorry, it kind of stings a little bit. Like again, it's nothing about having a choice between male and female characters. It's giving a choice and then getting that choice taken away is the problem. Yeah. That's what I would be upset about is because like that just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, I don't like feeling like I've been lied to.
Exactly. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see where I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere. I could be wrong, but like players have been wanting either I wasn't sure if it was like a France or like a Chinese samurai assassins game next.
I think it's Chinese
that they were doing, right?
samurai assassin game would be great, like freaking ninjas.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I think France has already happened. I think. I could be wrong. But here's my other thing: is my main problem with Assassin's Creed Valhalla is simply because Assassin's Creed is in the name. It's just call it a Viking game. Just call it Valhalla. You're not an assassin in it. You don't barely do any assassin work. You're primarily raiding villages as the badass Viking you are.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd leave it at that. But again, I'm just being whiny. So,
yeah, it could go both ways.
Yeah, But that's kind of like, the way things are. I'm complaining. Any other games that been out recently that you've been trying, or just new games you've been playing recently?
I honestly haven't kept up with the whole gaming scenario here recently. It's kind of become stale, in my opinion. Nothing like. There's been a few games I'm sure that's been like, oh, this is gonna be great, but nothing really has like just jumped out at me. It feels like the gaming market as a whole, at least the big ones, big games like AAA games, whatnot, have been just the same repetitive thing that's been tossed out, like Call of Duty, and Battlefield and whatnot, and Halo. I love those those games, but it feels like they're just releasing the same one reskinned every year. And I know they're different. I know they got different, and I'm sure people worked hard on them. It's just all the microtransactions that are common nowadays. It's not worth it. If I buy a game, I'm all for it for free games. Like, that's how you make your money and whatnot. Like, microtransactions, like, don't overdo it, please. But, like, I can understand, you got to earn money somehow, right? But when I pay $60 for a game, okay, or even if it's on sale and I paid $20 for a game, I don't want to be hit with, you want to play level 2? Got to pay another $60. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just unethical, I understand you want to make money, you may make a lot of money, but the more important thing is you want reliable customers. Somebody who's going to buy your game and keep it and keep playing your game throughout the years. Like, heck, Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, all the Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. I haven't played 4 or any other one, so I can't really have an opinion on them. But like 1 through 3 have been amazing, especially 2. 2 is probably my favorite, just because that's what I grew up on, and I played the heck out of that one. Okay, I still play it today because it's such a good game. It was especially the zombies. It's got the Easter egg, it's got the story. There's no like added stuff. You gotta buy gobble gum or whatever or buy skin slots or weapon slots or all this other kind of stuff that you got to do. It's just purely, here's the game, we made it the best that we can do, please enjoy this. That's what I want to spend my money on, not skins or emotes or all this other kind of stuff. Now if you have a great game and you have an option for cool skins and whatnot, I will buy that out of support and my love for the game. But if it's like just thrown in my face, like that's the main game, then I'm not gonna do it.
It is not hard to make me in a video game, I swear.
That actually looks pretty darn good, dude. That actually looks pretty darn good.
Ponytail.
Got that badonka. Heck yeah, buddy.
I do though. I have a badonka.
You have a good badonka. No homo. All homo.
Anyways,
but yeah, that's my little tangent on pay to win and pay to play. Well, not pay to play, but like microtransactions and whatnot. Like,
right.
I just once we get over this era of gaming and past this time, I'm hoping it'll be better and be more back to what we used to, where people made games out of their love and want to make games, make a great story, to make a game so good that people keep on buying it, because I've bought Black Ops 2 and 1 and maybe not 3, but 1 and 2 a couple of times, like on my computer and on the Xbox, just because 1, I love those games, 2, I might have broken the discs, but that's neither here nor there. It's a game I'm willing to buy again. That's where you make real money and real customers. Like Minecraft, I know it's an indie game. It's not like it started off as an indie game, so it doesn't really fit in with like the AAA aspect of it. But
right.
It's a game that doesn't have any, at least on the PC, any microtransactions, whatsoever. It's a game, get it, you play it, you fall in love with it. It's a game that I've played since it came out, and I still play regularly to this day. I love Minecraft. I can confidently say it's one of my favorite games. Like, not only do they keep on updating it, keep on pouring their love into it, even after all these years, and keep on polishing it, it's also such a versatile game. The community has made it just amazing with the amount of mods and maps and mini games and just everything. It's almost like I don't want to say it's like a perfect game, right? But it's what a game should be, right? It's so full of love and creativity that you just keep on wanting to play it. you keep on finding new things to do, and it's a game of that's been made out of effort. You know, it's not a game that was quickly made up for cash and for just to get it out there in like 6 months so we can like get some more cash and make another game in 6 months to get some more quick cash. It's a game that they've stuck to and they've tried to make better and better and better and better. And the community has gotten involved and has helped make it better and better and better. They listen to their community. People want this, and they're like, okay, cool. Let's vote on this, and this. What do you guys want the most? That's what we'll add in. They've done a really good job. Again, like it's not like company's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and I'm sure it's got its drawbacks. And I'm biased. I will say I'm biased because I love Minecraft. But like, I feel like that's what games should be. It should be about what the community wants, because ultimately the community is what's buying your product. Don't just make something to make it and sell it. Make something that people will enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Making something just to make something is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in that.
Now, I will say, if you're making stuff to make it to practice, that's a different story. But if like that, I'm all for like making a bunch of stuff for practice reasons. Like I'm sure you can like give them out for free or like low cost stuff. But if you're making like a AAA game, you can't just be making it to make it. You gotta put some thought and effort into it. I'll let you take the mic because I've been on myself.
Oh, trust me, bro. It's all good. I'm pretty much the same way in my view. Oh my god, that outfit is the worst.
Dude, that's so you, bro.
It is absolutely not.
I honestly can't even imagine you in a Hawaiian shirt.
Trying to find something better, like.
Is that your tropical outfit when you go to like Hawaii?
Outfit. I need to get the hat off. That's the part that's bothering me most right now.
Yeah, you don't really wear, at least not backwards hats.
No.
You used to wear that, I forgot what they called, that one cap.
That's at least somewhat close.
You know what I'm talking about, the hat that you used to wear? I forgot what they're called, but... Oh, bro, check it. You wear that suit every day.
No, Noctis from freaking Final Fantasy.
Bruh.
Shaolin. As far as the gaming scene goes, I want to... I've been enjoying Phasmophobia lately. I've been enjoying the games that make me think like a detective a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's really been kind of boosting my confidence, especially in gaming. Even though not a lot of people like playing those games with me, I do enjoy playing them.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about it. Indie games. That's why indie games have gotten such a rise, is because they're most of the time from these small team of developers that make something because they love to make something.
Yeah.
Of course, they want to make money, but their main goal is to make a good game.
Yeah.
Their sole purpose isn't money. It's to build the community and to build a good game. And like Phasmophobia has done that pretty well. Of course, I haven't kept up with Phasmophobia in a while, but like I remember when I first started playing it, when it first came out, like they're continually updating it and like, listening to the community, and just doing a really good job with the game. Sorry about that. But yeah,
What do you mean?
and it should be like that. You know what I mean? Like these AAA developers can learn a lot from indie developers.
Yeah. A lot of them just don't take the time to,
Exactly. They just want to make a game quick, good enough, stable, and throw it out there to make money. Doesn't matter if it crashes and burns. Let's do it again and make more money. You know, I'm not saying every AAA game like developer is like that, but a lot of them are, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
Yeah. As far as gaming goes, I'm not with all the trends. I'm not into all the trends. I'd rather just keep it, pretty much on the straightaway. But I've been enjoying some games like Wobbly Life, which are mostly physics-based. They're really cheesy and goofy and funny. They don't try to be something it's not. I feel like Fortnite, to a certain extent, is pretty bad about that. Trying to be something it's really not.
Yeah, I can't speak on Fortnite. I'm very biased against Fortnite for my own personal reasons and for probably unfounded reasons as well. It's just Fortnite rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I was the same way. I just didn't care for Fortnite the way it came out.
Now the first when it first came out, the first few seasons, I don't remember when I stopped playing it. It was okay. It was good, but then the fan base started to be extremely toxic and just kind of ruined the game for me. And I've never played Fortnite again, and I've just been really turned off. And I've thought about it, like going back and giving it another shot, but then again, I'm not really into the whole battle royale, genre. Like, there's some good ones. I enjoy PUBG sometimes when I'm in a certain mood with, certain people. And I don't really have another example because I don't enjoy a lot of them, but I just don't enjoy battle royales. They can be good sometimes, but I don't spend the majority of my time.
It's on a rare occasion where it really just kind of hits you right in the part you want to be hit at,
Exactly, yeah. It itches the right itch. Itches the spot.
That's the important part. Well, as far as it goes, we got everyone set up in their respectable homes. Everyone has a place now.
Nice, that's good. That's really good. I think we've done pretty good on this this episode.
Not exactly the most pivotal start, not exactly the most organized start ever. Kind of awkward, but that's just how we do things. First episode's gonna be like that,
Yeah, it lays the foundation for the rest of them. We can build upon this and we can get better and better. This is my first time doing any kind of podcast or a co-recording. I mean, I've played games with other people before, but not like, sat down and talked with people about topics and stuff. So, all things considered, I think we've done pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, I want you to be my co-host more often. I really do. Like, if we could make this a series, I want you my co-host.
Dude, I accept. Thank you. I've really enjoyed doing this with you, man. I appreciate for you to have me on here, and I will humbly and gladly accept role of co-host.
Hell yeah. Because for one, you're probably one of the most fun people to do this with, at the moment.
Thank you.
Like, as far as options go, I know I'm pretty limited, but like, that's a compliment anyway.
I will take it, man. I will take it. Anything I can get, I'll take.
To be fair, in all honesty, trying to record this podcast is really late at night. We are so tired that my brain, every time I'm trying to think about the topics I wanted to talk about, just dies. So having you here to actually carry most of it has been really helpful.
I am glad once I get of course there's at the beginning I was kind of like nervous because it's my first thing, but like once I get comfortable, I tend to be pretty good at carrying a conversation. Like, I'm not perfect, but like I try. But yeah, with the whole tired thing that you were saying earlier, like, everybody at home, you gotta realize that we just came off from like work. I think you worked like from almost a 12-hour shift today.
Yeah, I worked from 7 a.m. till about 5:30 p.m. And
yeah,
then I went home finally.
yeah. And you went home. It was actually like 6 o'clock before you left, I think.
Yeah, no, I left about 5:30. I think
you clocked out around 5:30.
Yeah, I probably clocked out at 5:30. But oh
And
man, I was wiped. I was ready to go home, and I gotta go back in tomorrow at 7.
Yeah, I've worked every day for the past, I don't know about week, but for a long time, like just really long hours. So, and tomorrow is my first day off in a while, so I'm just like, yes, finally. I'm not in pain anymore, but I'm exhausted. But I think honestly, altogether, this has been extremely fun. I've had a really good time, and I appreciate the chance to do this with you, man.
Well, and of course, this isn't going to be the only time we're doing this because we just got the characters set up. We didn't get them started on anything yet, like we wanted to. Also,
yeah, it's like a preliminary.
I don't know if you were noticing, but my character in freaking Sims was like, "What are you right now? What's your mood outlet? Check this out." Freaking energized. That is cat.
I kind of noticed that. I'm like, sometimes you are energized, but like today, right now, not at all.
No.
We are.
Today. I'm hoping we're definitely gonna do episode 2, and SoftLock's gonna be joining me, and hopefully, maybe we can get our buddy Chris Rogers in at some point, even if he
that would be really awesome.
Or something.
Yeah, that would be very interesting, very awesome to
The
do
sad
that.
part is the amount of recordings I've done with you guys. Like, I have a Phasmophobia video that I still haven't gotten around to editing. Like, I've got.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's got me so lazy. I haven't felt like doing anything. It's the one I was pranking the hell out of y'all for.
Yeah. With the soundboard, that was pretty good. I remember that.
I still do that in Phasmophobia.
I
I'll
knew
jump
it
into
was
public
you.
parties.
That's the thing. I was like, this doesn't sound like the game. What is going? Did they update it? And then I was like, no way. Like, I don't know. It was very believable. You did a really good job on that.
I've got my practice in, but it's because I really am able to like. Here's my trick. It takes. I'm really a giggly person, but I know how to play off laughing to a certain extent. I know how to play it off. But
yeah,
also,
like I remember one time in the game, it was like really quiet. We were listening to the Spirit Box, and you did the whisper in the ear sound. I think you said like, "Hey," or something like that with your soundboard, and it sounded exactly like it was coming through the game. And like I freaked out, like big time.
I remember when Jerumon walked into a room, and I went, "Get out!" And he was like, "I told me to get out, dude. It's in here. It told me to get out."
Dude, yeah, he was like freaking out.
I was just like, use this. But when I muted my mic, I just died laughing because I knew.
Yeah, you were all serious, and like that's why I was like, this can't be Brandon. Like he's too serious.
Yep, that's my thing. I have a silver tongue. I am a sketchy car salesman. I know how to play it off, man. I play off so well. People wouldn't suspect me. It's so great. There's no reason for it to work, but it does.
Exactly. Now another thing I'm looking at a chat history, and back in February is when we did the first SkyCast. Like it was a couple of weeks before we sent these messages. I'm trying to see if no, I only see from the 22nd of February, but I know it was a couple of weeks before then because this is your editing point. So I just want to say the first episode was supposed to come out sometime in February, but I broke my arm, and I think the footage was lost or something like that.
Yeah, the footage was lost whenever I went over to your place and plugged in my computer into the wall, which I'm never bringing my computer anywhere else again. At least not this one, because until I get a new PC, like I'm gonna get an actual desktop next time.
Mm-hmm.
This thing stays here, mostly because with the way the battery acts, I don't trust it to move from where it is. So it makes me nervous taking it anywhere. But freaking, I'll bring my Xbox everywhere. I don't really care. But like this thing I've had, that one time was so miserable and so scary for me. I was like, nope, it stays right where it's at, where I know it's not going to get harmed. Because it gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, because it like fried there for a minute.
Yeah, it fried the battery and short-circuited it. I luckily enough was able to fix it. So, yeah. My brain just died. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good one.